Hey, DJ here. Hope you're having a good day. Today we'll be talking about settings and tools in Windows 10 that can help you use it better, especially if you're visually challenged like me. And this is not an exhaustive list, but these are the settings and tools that I find to be the most useful, to me at least, and I hope they can be of use to you too. So the settings that we'll be talking about today would be the magnifier tool, and then the next one would be changing your display scale. So let's get into it. Before going on to these settings, I recommend having someone help you navigate with your keyboard or Windows settings if you're not familiar with them yet. So the first tool, like I said, would be the magnifier tool. And I think it is important to be familiar with this, as it will help you navigate to other parts of Windows 10 better once you get this down. So to get to the magnifier tool, you can click on your Start menu right here on the left-hand side corner of your screen, or press your Windows key on the keyboard and then type in magnifier. This will be your result. Click on that, and then you will either have this lens-looking thing on your display, or I believe the default menu would be this, the full screen. Right now it's not doing anything because we are at 100%. If we increase that magnification at 200, you can see we have this now. It's kind of hard to navigate with this setting on, so what I like to do is either change the view right here to docked, and it will have a dock display up top right here that you can adjust. And then we also have the lens view that just follows your cursor or your mouse around to wherever you're pointing at. So right now it's doing that. As you can see, let's try to open a document. Oh, sorry about that. By the way, the running lines, these running lines aren't part of the magnifier tool, they're just part of my screen recorder. So right now we have this Firefox page open. As you can see, it's magnifying the parts that my cursor is at, like so. If you go back to the docked view, it's also magnifying what I'm pointing at, but the magnified view will only appear up top, like so. And then you also have this gear icon right here. If you click on that, you will get to this settings of the magnifier. In here, what I find that could be useful to you or to anyone would be this option, Start Magnifier after sign in. So what will happen is that once you log in or sign in to your computer, magnifier will automatically start. I don't have that checked because it's just personal preference, but it's up to you. You can try it and go with it. You also have the option to do this, collapse magnifier window to a floating transparent. So the option hides like this, but I personally don't have that on because I just want to see what's going on with my magnifier at all times. Invert colors, let's try that. Okay, so what happens is it's inverting what you are magnifying. And then these are some of the more advanced options that you can play around with, but I personally don't use them. I just use the basic magnifier tools, basic magnifier functions. So I'll close magnifier for now, and I'll teach you a shortcut to magnifier that I just recently learned. So you can press on your Windows key, hold that down, and then press on the plus sign. That will automatically open your magnifier. That is the default Windows shortcut for magnifier. And then let's change this to, I like lens there. And then if you click on the same set of keys again, the Windows and the plus key, you will zoom in more. To zoom out, you can press Windows key and the minus sign, like so. To exit magnifier, just press on the Windows key and the escape key. That closes magnifier automatically. The next setting we'll look at is the one that is also one of the first things that I do when I get onto a new computer. So this is the display scale setting. to go to the display scale setting, you can hit your start menu and then go to your control panel. It's this gear icon that, it actually says settings in Windows 10. And then go to system. The first option on the left hand side would be display. So here you can change all your display options, but we will focus on change file size of text, apps, and other items. Here 100% is the default. I have mine at 125. If you find that this is not enough for you, you can go ahead and go to 150. So what's the difference between this and the Magnifier's full screen view is that this actually scales the system settings, as you can see here, and this will stay like this at all times in all pages in all windows, not just the parts where your mouse is pointing at. Let's go to the start menu and see they also scaled up. If I go 175, you see that everything's scaled up as well. Another thing that differentiates the scale from the magnifier view is that with magnifier, it's like magnifying an image, a flat image. With scale, you're actually scaling the font size. You're changing the font size and the scale of the text itself. So, for example, this, and then I'll open Magnifier. At some point, you will notice that with Magnifier, the text seems to fall apart because the magnifier is magnifying on pixels itself, but the display scale is scaling the pixels, so that's a setting. And that's it. I find that 125 is the best for me. You can go ahead and try the other settings, and once you close this setting, it will retain this. Even if you log out and log back in, it will still remain at 125 or whatever you set it to. There are other settings and tools in Windows 10 that can help you navigate it better with regards to vision. Depending on how this video goes, maybe I can cover those in another video in the future. Or I could also cover settings and tools in other systems like Android or iOS. Let's see. But that's it for this one. If you have any comments or questions with regards to the tools that I presented today, feel free to comment them down below, and thanks for watching.